Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Asha. And today I have an exciting message. We're going to talk about the wisdom of Krishna. And I think you will be surprised at the connection to Zoroastrianism and Christianity. And this is an amazing story. It starts in an Indo-European tribe of nomads that settle in Iran. And then a prophet of the tribe named Zarathustra spends 30 years in the wilderness hearing from God and writing his holy text. And then he comes and presents God's mandate to King Gushtasp. And the king, believing Zarathustra's message, he decreed monotheism to his subjects. Now, this did not sit well with many of the polytheists, and they ended up moving to India and becoming the Hindus, and then the monotheists, they remained in Iran, becoming Zoroastrians. And now, obviously, coming from the same tribe, there are many similarities in these two religions. But what surprised me the most was the similarities to Christianity. And it shouldn't have surprised me because Christianity branched off of Zoroastrianism, so that we're going to see those ties in Hinduism. And so just quickly, and then we'll get to the story of Krishna, I want to just kind of lay a foundation here of the small difference. Well, I wouldn't say it's a big difference, but it's what separated the Hindus and the Zoroastrians. And it was the difference of their idea of the devas and the ahuras, are the good spirits and the evil spirits. And the Hindus believe that good and bad, that you can learn and grow from it and become better. For instance, when you get sick, then you appreciate life more. When someone does evil to you or your family, then you yourself are learning what not to do to others. And so they appreciate that, and they ended up worshiping that as teachers and as gods. And now, of course, the Zoroastrians, they believe those are not gods or good to be worshipped, and that inside of you is a divine spark, the Fravashi, that is made in the image of the all-good God that will guide you. You don't need evil or bad to teach you. Now, that is their main differences, but they have much more in common. So let's look at the Bhagavad Gita, and it means song of the Lord. And this is the most beloved of the Hindu text, and it is widely accepted that this is not an actual story, but a representation of your life and your mind. It's that battle that rages right between your ears. And the story has the Pandavas, which represent that part of your mind that reaches upward to seek out God, righteousness, wisdom, and truth. And the Pandavas in the story are separated from their father, and they're raised by the blind king. When you are separated from your father, the lower mind is in control. The blind king has many sons that you know very well, I'm sure: hate, greed, fear, jealousy. And in this story, they are called Kauravas, and the Pandavas are light, good, and in the story, the Kauravas are represented as darkness and evil. And as the story goes along, one of the evil brothers named Deceit gets one of the Pandavas in a game of dice, and he bets their inherited land. The deceiver cheats and takes their land. My friends, the dice are loaded. The game is rigged. You cannot win. You may have fallen victim yourself to this. You've heard things like, here, have a drink. It will make you feel better. Or sex, that will fix it. Violence, that will teach them, right? So now the Pandavas, the good brothers, go into exile for 13 years. Many of you have been in exile a lot longer than that. Do you see that this is everyone's story? And then, praise God, one day the Pandavas, the higher mind, has a stirring inside. I want my stuff back. I want what was stolen from me. Now, obviously, the lower mind doesn't want to give up control. Addiction and hopelessness and depression are fighting hard to hold their ground. So now, here we are at the battleground. The right hemisphere of the brain across from the left hemisphere. The consciousness against the subconscious. Light versus darkness. And as Arjuna looks over the battlefield, he is conflicted. I don't want to do this. What is this life all about? Then Krishna comes, God incarnate, and explains this life, that you do not disappear after death, that we have souls and that we live forever. Our souls come from God. You have divinity within you, but people, they get caught in this cycle of reincarnation because they have karma left over, and past karma determines your current circumstances. And then he lays out the way to liberation, and it's to do your work without attachment. And there are three paths to liberation. These paths are called yogas. First, you have karma yoga. It means action, the path of action. This is just like what we have in Zoroastrianism. It's do right just because it is right, not because you are attached to the outcome or a reward. And then second, there's Gyan Yoga, which means path of knowledge, acquiring God knowledge through meditation. Third, we have Bhakti Yoga, means devotion, path of devotion, remembering God, dedicating all you do to him. Now Arjuna must make the choice of free will. Will I kill the lower mind, kill the flesh? It's just like Jesus said, no man takes my life. I lay it down freely. I sacrifice the flesh. Then you find yourself at that place of, my God, why have you forsaken me? The God that you created in the carnal mind leaves you. This is what Jesus spoke of when he said, whoever finds the interpretation of these sayings will not experience death. When he finds, he will become troubled. When he becomes troubled, he will be astonished, and he will rule over all. The true image of God will be alive in you. And so here's Arjuna at the crossroads of decision. Why must I fight? Why must I kill the body, the brain, the flesh? He wants to turn back and quit. This is the 4 steps, my friends, of transcendence. You have earth, water, air, fire, to the spirit mind. You must leave the earth level, the beta level, the carnal level. Just like Abraham, after the slaughter of the kings of the earth, met Melchizedek, the king of peace. Krishna tells Arjuna, do your duty. Do right because it is right. Kill the lie. Kill the illusion, the Maya. And then when it's all said and done, all the warriors are dead except for the good brothers. All those that hurt them all their lives, hate, greed, fear, gone. Light has overwhelmed the darkness, and now they have become one with their good, their God. My friends, this is the original yoga, oneness with God. If you fight the battle in your mind and win, you win in time, space, and form. Praise God. My friends, there's so much more hidden in this wisdom of this book, and I would love to share more with you, but I want to know if you're into this. Hit the like button, leave comments, share this message, and then I will share more of this amazing story with you. I'm going to leave you with the words of Krishna. Your deeds are purified by the fire of wisdom. Praise God. I love you. I love you. I love you.